Huh. Well, I would say that a lot of part of my day, I am thinking of being trans only because people are reacting to me in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's part of why I listen to my audiobooks on the way to work or why I sleep sometimes because I can, depending on where I'm at, people are reacting to me in a certain way or treating me in a certain way. It's like you get into the metro and people are immediately saying like, is this a dangerous person or is this not a dangerous person? Okay, this is a person that I want to sit next to or not a person I want to sit next to. Especially now with COVID times, it's like more so, are you sick or are you not sick? So that has kind of helped because I just kind of assume a very like, and I do it very conscious. I assume a very like non-threatening facade, like posture. So it's like I'm not in any danger of any confrontation or anything that's going to happen, or like I'm not going to be a threatening person to, whatever, a woman or a person, child that's walking in. It's like kind of in that way. So I don't always necessarily, I'm thinking about, oh, I'm a trans guy, but I've adopted this way of being because I know. And then when I'm among my peers and friends, I don't really think about it. I'm just being myself, you know. And at work, I don't think about it, but it's always reflected to me in a way because I work with such diverse people that they have reactions to me or they're like, oh, wait, I hadn't thought about that. Or there's this questioning of my ability to be Christian enough because I am trans.
Mm.
And with people who I know and have a ongoing relationship with, I don't bother to do all the math calculation of how should I behave with this and that because it's just who I am. And I don't want to have to be, you know, always calculating it. But when I go out from that office to meeting my patients, I'm very aware of it. Okay, how are they going to react to me? Measuring how to match their energy levels or what they're expecting from the minister or who they're talking to. You
Mm.
know, um, and people like you are always like, wait, you're who and what are you and who are you? And some patients I straight up ask like, wait, like one of them was like patients was like, are you a man or a woman?
Mhm.
And I was like, I try to like talk to him about why was important to him, and saying, well, I'm both. And he's like, no, but there's people with vaginas, there's people with penises, and so it's like, okay, what is it that you're trying to get at? Why do you need to know that to talk to me as a chaplain? You know?
Right.
So and there's other people who try to ask me like, okay, but what do you go by? I'm like, oh, I go by chaplain. Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, and they're like, okay, because I don't want to be offensive. I'm like, no, it's fine, it's chaplain, it's fine. Or David, that's fine, or so that's clearly on their mind, but they don't ask straightforward, and I try to not talk about it directly. Then they go, it doesn't have to do anything with the you're sick and not caring for you. But the relation, they don't know how to relate to me as you're a guy, and now I know how to answer your questions or relate to you as a minister as a man, or can I relate to you as a woman and be sharing this other one, right? And I noticed that some people call me sister, or some people call me brother, or some people just say chaplain, and certainly the conversations are very different based on that, whether it's a woman or a man that's talking to me. So it's constantly reflected back to me. And on the way home, it's probably more pronounced than in the morning because that's when it's getting darker and darker. I start in like Lower East Side and I start going up this way. Once I hit like past the Harlem line, 125,
Mhm.
135, it's like I forget thinking about my gender, and it's like, oh my god, okay, we're all brown now. Like if anything happens, I look around and there's enough guys, there's enough brown people, or I can fall asleep. Nobody will let anything happen to me.
Wow.
Because it's that kind of community. Like I just
Yeah.
look like a young person, whatever it is. I stop being so that I can relax. And on my way home, it's like, okay, I have to feel safe enough by my manner of walking, like more masculine that I can carry myself to my house and be okay, but not so threatening that I'm presenting some kind of thing to women who are walking or like the other men who are standing
Uh,
around doing, their random dealings that they're dealing with. So it's, and that I learned, back when I was living in Oakland and having to come home very late from, not always working, from parties or something, and then
yeah.
it's like midnight and you're like, oh man, I did not think this through. I'm in the middle for a bill at 12 dog, like a guy walking through. Do I act more girly? Do I act like a gay guy? Like what do I do
Yeah.
to seem less threatening to everybody around, but not weak enough to be taken advantage of, robbed, or
Oh.
attacked or something. So it's a constant negotiation. I'm like, okay,